Hello, Chathew. Happy Tuesday. Welcome back. How's it going? It's Tuesday, my dudes. How are you? Hopefully you're having an okay day. I have my headset plugged in because apparently I forgot to plug it in last night after work. And then I used it all day, and now its battery is dying. So my wireless headset is temporarily wired. Yep. Sam Wong says, Matt, your Discord has been arguing about weapon durability in Breath of the Wild for 40 solid minutes. Yeah, my attempt at, posting a goofy joke really blew up in a way I wasn't expecting. I sort of anticipated that the post was bait, but I didn't expect that it was bait quite to the extent that it turned out to be. Anyhow, let it not be said that chat is incapable of failing to find humor in a joke. So what all happened today? Lots of stuff happened today. There was a Nintendo Direct this morning, and some stuff was revealed. Tekken Guy is apparently in Smash now, which is not something that I'm altogether that, worried about. But Tekken Guy showed up in Smash. That was not the character that I was hoping would show up in Smash. I was given false hope by a different presentation during E3, and so I was mighty disappointed. As someone who doesn't play Tekken, I was mighty disappointed by the presence of Tekken Guy. But that's fine. At least it wasn't another sword fighter, and at least it was not another Fire Emblem character. So that's fine. A new character from a new game is fine by me. Not that I'm playing a lot of Smash these days, but I still I like to have, I'll buy the characters. What else was revealed today? There was some Shin Megami Tensei stuff that flew completely past me. I don't know. Were there any other games that were of note to people? They showed Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. They did a bunch of that, I heard. I don't know. What else? Was there anything of interest? I can't think of anything else of interest. All right, I'm pulling your leg. Obviously, they announced a new Metroid game. And by announced a new Metroid game, I mean they re-announced a Metroid game they announced 15 years ago. Metroid Dread, originally announced in 2005. 2005? Following Metroid Fusion? That's wild. Yeah, Metroid Prime 2 getting restarted doesn't seem so bad now. You're right. Anyhow, that has inspired me. The appearance of Metroid Dread has inspired me. And so I'm suddenly in the market for a Nintendo Wii U. Because I think in October, well, prior to October, I think we're doing a Metroid World Tour. So the plan is we will do Metroids 1 through 4, but only the remasters. We're only going to do the remasters. So it will be Metroid Zero Mission, followed by Metroid Samus Returns, followed by Super Metroid, followed by Metroid Fusion, followed by Metroid Dread. That is my plan. And because I hate myself, and also you, there is a very good chance that we will do 100% runs for each of those games. So that's exciting. Anyhow, I have a line on a Wii U, because I don't own one, but member of Chathew Gillis, whose name I probably should learn how to pronounce, has offered up his old unused Wii U. So that's exciting. I will definitely procure that. And it turns out that Loading Ready Run themselves actually have a modded 3DS that is stream capable, like has a built-in capture card. So I am going to look at arranging to either borrow or rent Loading Ready Run's stream capable 3DS for Samus Returns, and we'll do the Metroid series. So that actually is a lot of fun. I'm really excited about the idea. I adore Metroid, like Super Metroid. Super Metroid is, I've said many times, one of my favorite games. So I am actually really looking forward to doing this. So we'll come back to it, the idea, in September. Thankfully, none of the games are super long. Like, they shouldn't take more than a couple of days each, even if I were to go 100% on all of them. They shouldn't be outrageously long. But I will have to sort of try and estimate how many streams each one is going to take, and we'll go from there. But I'm excited. Laron says in chat, the new Metroid is in development. The galaxy is at peace. Zafty asks, Matt, did you try the Final Fantasy Origin trial? No, I haven't, because I worked all day. Ed Roach quoting me on Metroid games shouldn't take more than a couple of streams. That quote's gonna come back and haunt me, no doubt. I did not try the Final Fantasy Origin demo. I still can't call it Stranger of Paradise. I did try to watch a stream for a few minutes just to get a feel for it. It looks pretty rough still. I've heard it's fun, but it looks pretty rough still. And I know it's early in development, but I'll give it a try. I'll give it a try. I will give it a fair shake. As I say, I don't want to write it off. But it really, I don't think it is a game for me. Dyson Box and Vorlon Scout, thank you both for the resubs. Vorlon Scout now for 14 months, and Dyson Box now for 7. Dyson Box asked, did I have opinions on Devolver games? I did not. I have not even watched the Devolver presentation, truthfully. I have not. All right, so what else? What else is there to talk about tonight? I don't know. I should have written down some ideas. I'll give you all a quick moment to come up with a topic. Biker Zelda. I don't have any context for Biker Zelda because I didn't actually watch the Nintendo Direct. I just took all my knowledge from third parties. Oh yeah, Advance Wars. That's right. Advance Wars. I forgot about Advance Wars. That's actually really exciting. I'm here for it. My watch is ringing off the hook. Anyhow, yeah, so that's fun. That's fun. Super Monkey Ball. Super Monkey Ball is just a cute game series. I honestly, I would love to do an Advance Wars playthrough at some point, but we're gonna have to wait. Why is my screen hitching? That's weird. What is going on? Why are you like this, Twitch? That was weird. That was very weird indeed. I know, I have so much backlog. I have so much backlog. I don't even know what to do with it all. I have so much backlog. Okay, so you saw those frame drops too. It wasn't just me. Huh, weird. Very weird. The really weird thing is I have no dropped frames in OBS, so that happened somewhere else in the process. What are my opinions on the Final Fantasy VII Remake doors? I didn't think the doors in the remake in the first place were a big deal. And now the doors got better. Okay, sure. Anyway, yeah, I have signed myself up for so much backlog that I'm gonna have to start streaming 7 days a week again. So the only way I get through games in a timely fashion is to stream every day. It's March Madness again, which I'm sure Meg will be thrilled by. Frozen Capybara has resubbed now for 4 months. Thank you, Frozen Capybara. It's okay, though. Meg's away until the end of June, so I could stream 7 days a week until then. And then Meg comes home for a few days and shows up for like 6 days. And then I got a Slack message today. Being like, what if I went away again on the 5th of July? She gets home on the 28th of June, and today I get a message being like, what if I went away again on the 5th of July? For 15 days. So I live on my own now forever. So everybody buckle up. We're getting back on the daily stream train. Yeah, Meg's a geologist. And goes up to mines in northern BC to do geology. Tyson Box says, Matt, would streaming 7 days a week be good for your health? That bridge has been crossed already, I'm afraid. Oh, dear. Not that I encourage you to do this, Zafty. Zafty says, I don't know where you live, but I am fairly sure I know your work. Not that I would encourage you to do this, but it would probably not be altogether too difficult to pin down, like, where I live, just based on the internet. You could probably figure it out with, not a ton of effort. Don't do that. Don't be creepy. But you probably could. Why do I keep challenging the internet? It's not a challenge. It's not a challenge. I said, don't be creepy. Not I challenge you to be creepy. I said, don't be creepy. Oh, dear. So, the one piece of warning I will give you now is that on Thursday, 2 days from now, the stream will end early. That's my forewarning for you. The stream will end early on Thursday because I have a movie ticket and I'm going to see a movie. So, I have to be out of here before 10 p.m., which means I got to wrap up the stream around 9:30. So just so you're aware, just setting your expectations now, Thursday night is going to be a slightly shorter stream than usual. Samwell says, God, it's like you don't care about us. That's my secret, Cap. That's why I post grenades, like jokes about weapon durability in The Legend of Zelda into the Discord. Thursday night, something awkward's going to happen in game, isn't it? Yeah, we'll end up accidentally like triggering the final mission in Mass Effect at like 9:15. Okay, we should probably get things started, hey? I guess so. The movie I'm going to see is A Quiet Place 2. Going to see A Quiet Place 2. Quiet Place 2. Okay, things. Here's my phone. Here's my phone cable. Everybody please brace your ear holes. No pops today. No pops today. Beverage. The poll went to booze. And the poll was correct. It is indeed a beer. I realize now that I didn't read the copy on the can when I debuted this beer. But I am still working my way through the Yellow Dog. The copy on the back of the can says, a sophisticated hop juice cocktail. Cloudy in appearance, with intense aromas of pineapple and grapefruit. The first sip provides a pillowy mouthfeel that leads to a tantalizing hop experience with a balanced backbone. Enjoy this beer, undistracted and focused on squirrel! That's literally what it says. Yep. That's why it's the Squirrel Chaser Hazy IPA. All right. Or no, Hazy Pale Ale. It's not actually an IPA. All right. Oh, God, I got it all over my keyboard. What have I done? Matthew James Wiggins, consummate professional streamer. Consummate. Consummate V's. I said consummate V's. All right, let's switch over to the console. Hey, look. Hey, look. Mass Effect, why are you rebooting? What hurt you, Mass Effect? Why did you shut down? All right, so we have Tali and Lair of the Shadow Broker available here. We have, right, Firewalker is what we were doing last. All right, so Before we get started, actually, Dyson Box, I'm going to answer your question. I am acknowledging now that you have asked a question, and I intend to answer it. But I have to get into a position where I am scanning before I do. Words are hard. Okay, how is this system only 80% scanned? Because there's a secret planet. All right. Tali'Zorah, a rock with all traces of atmosphere burned away. Tali'Zorah orbits the star Hoplos at a blistering pace every 36 days. Though tidally locked, even its twilight belt and shaded side are too barren to support life. With so many resources on its sister planet Trident, Tali'Zorah has been largely ignored by the galactic surveying community. Okay, so, looking back into chat, Dyson Box asked, I started watching you because of From Rewatch with Love. Do you and Graham have any plans for that series going forward, or creating another podcast similar in style? And so the answer to that is yes, to the extent that we will definitely do an episode of From Rewatch with Love for No Time to Die when it comes out in October. That was the whole plan for that series, was that we would do an episode for No Time to Die when it comes out. Subsequent to that, I don't know. I truly do not know if there will be further episodes. It'll be pretty unlikely that there will be further episodes about Bond movies, considering Bond movies seem to come out once every 5 years.
Launching probe.
But that said, I do maintain one additional podcast series that I do with James rather than Graham, where we do the MCU. And so Countdown to Infinity I'm fairly confident, although James has made a liar out of me in the past, I'm fairly confident that we will do an episode of Countdown for Black Widow when that finally releases next month. So if you haven't listened to the Countdown to Infinity podcast, I welcome you to do that as well. It's fun. It's a little more rudimentary than the Bond film ones, but same basic gist. Shouldn't it be Countdown from Infinity? We joked about that, but it didn't make sense to change the name. Countdown to Infinity and beyond. Anyhow, beyond that, I'm currently contemplating projects that I could take on. Because I don't have enough projects, I've been contemplating projects I could take on in terms of, like, content creation that isn't this. So... So who knows? Maybe something else will come to be. Kusunoki says, I can't remember if there were any episodes for the Spider-Man movies. We did episodes for Homecoming and Far From Home. Yes. All right, Patsayev. A rock planet encased in frozen oceans, Patsayev is notable for the largest written message ever created by a human being. Andrei Kobzar, a disgruntled miner whose fortunes were spent prospecting for Ezo, used the mass accelerator cannon of a local mercenary group's A-61 Mantis gunship to carve a 208-kilometer-long message in the ice saying, Zides Nichego net, Russian for there's nothing here. The message can easily be seen from space. Ironically, the message itself, intended to discourage future colonists, now draws small tourist crowds.
Probe launched.
A biking podcast with my hot anti-car takes. I don't know. I've talked about this in the past. I lack for confidence, I think. I don't know. I've been watching like how to stream and how to grow your stream tutorial videos on the internet. And of course, they're all like make bad content so you can make good content, which, you know, is important. And the like 80-20 rule, make content that's 80% stuff you're familiar with and 20% pushing the envelope so that you get better and grow. Always try new things. But I don't know. I struggle. Every time I think I want to do something, I either get intense imposter syndrome, where it's like, who would listen to me? I'm a huge screw up. I have no insight of value to offer anyone on any topic. And nobody should listen to me talk about anything. Or I'm like, I have pretty good knowledge about that, and I think I could make some compelling, clickable content. And then I think to myself, but the last thing the internet needs is a 30-something white guy posting his own hot opinions to the internet. So I end up like shooting those ideas in the foot too. Why, yes, I will start my Star Wars podcast, because that's exactly what the internet needs. Matt unintentionally dunking Sam Wonk Wiggins. Sam Wonk is good at it, though. Sam Wonk has interesting, well-researched takes, and I don't. I don't have the time to come up with interesting, well-researched takes. I am capable of opining off the cuff only.
Probe away.
Or regurgitating takes that I've developed over many years.
Probe launched.
Someone says, yeah, the secret is those videos each take 40+ hours to make. I don't even think it's a secret. I can tell. They look and sound like they take an enormous amount of time. I totally respect the hustle. Dyson Box is getting meta on me, saying start a podcast reviewing Star Wars review podcasts. The problem with that is that then I have to listen to Star Wars review podcasts, and I'd rather put needles through my eyes. All right, Dobrovolsky, another near Earth-sized rock planet without much atmosphere to speak of. Dobrovolsky is home to Altai Mineral Works, a local extraction company noted for its success in ezo refining. The planet itself provides aluminum for local fabricators, which are churning out habitats at an astonishing rate for a system that has no garden planets. With its ore supply coming all the way from the Sheol system, Dobrovolsky is held up as the proof of the miner's cliche, where there's ezo, there's an economy.
Launching probe. Launching probe.
The other problem with the idea of doing any kind of Star Wars content is that I watched through every Star Wars film, like every feature-length Star Wars film, including the animated Clone Wars film, in anticipation of Rise of Skywalker. And my opinion of like a solid 4 of those films was like, I can't see myself ever voluntarily watching this film again.
Probe launched. Launching probe. Probe away.
Steve Kratos says, only 4, huh? Yeah. I mean, so Star Wars is a franchise with what? 11, 12 movies?
Probe away.
Nine movies in the core, like in the core saga, plus 3 spin-off films. So, yeah, 12 movies altogether.
Probe launched.
Of those 12 movies, 5? So, of those 12 movies, 3 are legitimately great. 6 are good. And I think the rest of them are borderline unwatchable.
Launching probe.
And sorry, it's like 6 total are good, not 6 in addition to the 3 excellent movies. So like 3 are legitimately great, an additional 3 are good,
Probe away.
and the remaining 6 are borderline unwatchable. I'm spoiling all my hot Star Wars content now. You'll have no reason to listen to my podcast that I'm never going to do. There you... Thank you for the plug, Azandai. Nicely done. Technically, it's not in my film diary, though. It's in my lists. I have the movies. I have the Star Wars movies ranked in a list on Letterboxd.
Launching probe.
Just do my job. Azandai says, yes, thank you. I appreciate it. All right, what planet is this? Komarov. First charted by the Asari, but colonized by humans, the Pamiet system is home to Komarov, an Earth-sized body near the star. It has little atmosphere to speak of, but this has not stopped exploration by robo-miners who have recovered iridium from the planet's crust.
Probe away. Probe launched. Launching probe. Probe launched. Probe launched.
Dysonbox says, I gave Chaos Walking 2 stars. I did give Chaos Walking 2 stars. You're right. It wasn't good, but it wasn't the worst movie I've ever seen. I don't think you should watch it, but it wasn't, like, incompetent.
Probe launched. Probe away.
So the real question today for this stream is, am I going to break
Probe launched.
1 million iridium today? Oh, depleted. Hooray! I did it. Wait, 75%? What have I missed? Oh. This sneaky deaky little fella. Alright. Volkov. A dwarf planet, Volkov has a thick atmosphere of nitrogen and krypton. Home to a thriving iridium mining community, Volkov's reputation is summed up as rich but dangerous. Pirates often lurk behind Volkov's 2 moonlets, Zenoviva and Elena, and cripple freighters leaving the atmosphere. To make matters worse, Volkov Worse, Volkov sits in the Chazov Belt, a field of asteroids and other small bodies which leads to frequent meteor strikes on the planet. Meteor-related casualties remain rare, but on Volkov, the chances of such a death are high enough that they are factored into insurance premiums. Can you imagine having to buy meteor strike insurance? So how rich in iridium is this planet really?
Probe away.
So far, not that rich. Oh, I spoke too soon.
Probe away. Launching probe.
How is this planet still rich?
Launching probe. Probe away.
Ooh.
Launching probe. Probe launched.
Okay. This planet is... There we go. That'll do it, right?
Launching probe.
It did not. Planet's still making me work. Planet's still making me work. Ah! I've been itching my... Ow! Why? Well, that was exciting. My back just randomly started to itch really severely. Somebody know where? Yes, I have done the probing Uranus Easter egg at this point. All right, we got one more system to hollow out here. And then we can move on to the next Firewalker mission. Oh, and it looks like this one's a small one. Excellent.
Anomaly detected.
All right, Guy Hinnom, a nearly atmosphereless, tidally locked planet orbiting a red dwarf star. Guy Hinnom was the first place human explorers discovered a dedicated Prothean burial ground. While a few sites were saved for posterity, Eldfell Ashland Mining successfully lobbied to scout the rest of the planet for Element Zero, and soon was embroiled in a scandal. Mining teams were looting grave sites, searching for Ezo and other treasures, and many got rich off the so-called cemetery business. While EAM officially brought a stop to the looting, its mining teams remain on the planet, prospecting the unclaimed territory and taking their ore to the Pamiat system for refining. Travel advisory: armed conflicts have broken out between miners and scientists staking claims to Prothean ruins. Visitors are advised to employ security while exploring unknown regions of the planet.
Repeat, this is Lieutenant Forza von Bedina, pilot of
Uh-oh.
the ship find.
We got ourselves an anomaly.
Repeat,
away. Scans have found something.
All right, surface scans show evidence of a shipwreck meeting Quarian design specifications. Identity of ship unknown. Number of life signs detected in vicinity uncertain. Local wildlife may interfere with accuracy of biological scan. All right, well, we can rescue the contents of that ship.
Launching probe. Probe launched. Probe launched.
Oh, Orlantia suggests I should take Tali with me on this mission? All right. Perhaps I'll listen to you. Perhaps.
Probe away. Launching probe.
Oh, I finally broke 100,000 EZO. That's exciting.
Probe away. Launching probe.
Oh, Orlantia's never played Mass Effect 2. And it apparently just wants to see Tali go on this mission.
Launching probe. Launching probe.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Probe away. Probe away.
Trying to find this last spike is always so laborious. Come on, planet. Work with me here.
Launching probe.
Okay, that is this entire cluster hollowed out. We can finally leave. Wait, I forgot to do the mission. We cannot finally leave. Oops. My bad. All right, let's take Tali. I said I would, so let's do that. All right. Quarian engineer. Tali is operating at peak efficiency, increasing the duration of her powers. Modest cybernetics and immuno-enhancers increase her health. Tali's expertise in engineering firearms of all kinds increases her weapon damage. Yep. Combat drone. Attack drone. You've upgraded the combat drone so its electric shock damages target health, armor, and biotic barriers. Your combat drone is rigged to explode when destroyed, pulsing energy that inflicts high damage on all nearby enemies. Sure.
I am detecting a single Quarian life sign in your location. Judging by the suit's erratic readings, the Quarian is badly injured. I am also detecting multiple native life signs near your landing site.
All right. Let's go hunting. Lots of stuff to interact with. Personal logs. Commence pilot's record. We managed to escape the Geth's notice thanks to some clever work in silencing Syniad's engines, but the strain on the old ship was too much. The best we can hope for is to find a friendly spot somewhere in the Sheol system. Our reports show that isn't extremely likely. We were nervous scouting this close to the Perseus Veil, and we were right to be. At this point, I'm afraid we might never see the fleet again. With everything the Syniad has been through, it seems like an ignoble end. The first few hours. The landing was rough, but we managed to salvage from the wreckage the things we'd need to survive. Unfortunately, Lieutenant Commander Gorlat didn't make it, leaving me the senior officer in charge. We've scouted the landscape and found the planet to be extremely hostile. We don't dare remove our environment suits here. We're all hoping to be rescued before there's any danger of exposure. Missing survivors. I don't know who or what is taking them, but we've now lost more than half the crew who survived the crash. We hoped to build a camp here, to survive until the Edena found our beacon, but something is hunting us. I have to keep the crew together best I can. We will send out a search party when the day comes. I will find my crew, and we will do whatever it takes to return to the Edena. Medkit. Refined palladium. All right. What awaits us this way? Oh dear.
Quarian life signs are stabilized. I recommend securing the area in preparation for shuttle extraction.
All right. Sure. Secure it.
Heads up.
Oh god.
Go for the optics.
What optics? These are biological.
Nothing to worry about. There we go. That's one.
Holy moly.
We have to go now. Snipe that one.
There we go.
Been spotted.
Never saw me yet.
There, we have rendered the planet barren of Varen.
Coordinates received.
Sucks to be you.
You've done us a great service. Expect to hear from the captain.
Well, that was surely exciting.
Only half our fuel remains.
Oh no. All right. Where to next? Well, I guess we go to the Phoenix Massing. All right. Ishasara. A gas giant, Ishasara is composed mostly of hydrogen and nitrogen. Its orbit in recent years has taken it close to the mass relay in this system, making it a popular stop for scoop ships to refuel the hydrogen in their thrusters before moving on.
Launching probe. Probe launched. Probe launched. Launching probe.
I like that even Edie sounds
Probe
done
launched.
with this. Shepard, do you have any idea how many processor cycles it requires
Probe
to stay in
launched.
contact with all of these probes?
Probe away. Probe away. Launching probe.
It is a pretty rich poor planet, except that all of the bumps are giving tiny amounts of minerals.
Probe away.
There we go. You know what? I'm gonna top up just for good measure. Sarapai, ever upward, is the second planet orbiting the white star Tasra. Sarapai's pressure cooker atmosphere of carbon dioxide and ethane serves as a greenhouse to an already boiling hot surface. Cobalt compounds are frequent found on its crust, giving spectacular blue tinges to its land. Scans from orbital probes indicate its crust contains deposits of platinum. Pardon me. Likely to be used as unexploited as its sister planet. I can't read. Likely to be as unexploited as its sister planet, Pahur.
Launching probe.
The yawn threw me off.
Probe launched. Probe launched.
Pahur is the sound you make when you try to parkour and beef it.
Probe away.
Pahur was Ben-Hur's dad.
Probe launched. Launching probe. Probe away.
Thank you, Sandai. I was hoping somebody would
Probe away.
tisk tisk at me for that.
Launching probe. Launching probe.
I am suddenly just like profoundly sleepy. I don't know what happened. I was fine like 10 minutes ago. But now I'm struggling. The coffee's wearing off.
Probe launched.
Time for second coffee. No, I think the problem is that I had coffee and second coffee all in one go. This afternoon, I went for a coffee walk with my boss because it turns out we both live relatively in the same neighborhood. So instead of doing our weekly or our periodic one-on-one via Zoom call, we decided to meet up and do a coffee walk. And so I had a coffee, and then I bought another coffee on the way home, which was not the wisest choice I've made ever. All right, Pahur. By normal standards, a large rock planet, Pahur, fiery, is constantly scorched by the white, bright giant it orbits. A dense atmosphere featuring hydrogen, helium, and clouds of vaporized magnesium float over its iron-rich core, making for a truly hellish landscape. Its spectacular temperature prevents any practical exploitation. All right, it's time to practically exploit this planet then.
Probe away. Probe away.
All right. I want to state a level of confidence that this planet is going to take me over 900,000 iridium. I'm at 891,631 right now. So I need only 10,000 more iridium. And I think this planet can do it. I believe in Pahur.
Launching probe.
Spicy.
Launching probe.
Wow, this wasn't even close.
Launching probe.
It like blew past.
Launching probe.
All right, chat, you know the drill. I'm mining, scanning for minerals, AMA. All right, so we have 3 systems here that are not Project Overlord, so let's go do this one next. Oh, that was a good call. How many planets are left in the universe? I don't know. We've done more than there are planets remaining, certainly. Akuna Matata. What a wonderful phrase. First discovered by the Quarians at the turn of the century, Akuna is habitable, but a second-tier choice for most species. Circling an orange sun, Akuna averages below freezing temperatures. This led development firms to colonize the planet's equator, where the climate is tolerable for agriculture. The Quarians, seeking a homeworld of their own, petitioned the Citadel Council for the right to take over Akuna, but they had already settled a few 100,000 Quarians on the planet before approaching the Council. Seeing this occupation as an illegal act, the Council turned a deaf ear to Quarian pleas and gave the world to the Elcor, who could withstand the high gravity of the world far better. The Quarians squatting on the planet were given 1 galactic standard month to leave, at which point their colonies would be bombarded. The junk left behind by the fleeing Quarians clogs up portions of the landscape to this day. Non-Elcor visitors to Akuna are advised to use personal or vehicular Mass Effect fields to lighten the pressure, as the surface gravity will otherwise cause health and mechanical problems.
away.
Warbo, I'm gonna give you credit for that joke, but it was a bit of a reach.
Launching probe.
Warbo has said in chat, Akuna is what you cast when your Final Fantasy party gets the Poikin status.
Probe launched.
And to this I say boo.
Launching probe. Launching probe. Probe launched. Probe away.
I absolutely do get to boo people.
Probe launched.
As the streamer here, I am the one in control.
Launching probe.
I am the law.
Probe away. Probe away. Launching probe.
Only because Mega's away.
Launching probe.
There must be at least one more spike here, right? There.
Launching
Deplete?
probe.
Depleted. Hooray! Hello, Chomos!
Anomaly detected.
Latesh. Latesh, translated from a Solarian dialect as "it's still winter," has an almost habitable temperature and abundant water, but shows no signs of life. Regular supervolcanic eruptions in the southern hemisphere have shrouded the sun and led to a climate even more bone-chilling than usual.
Launching probe. Scans have found something.
All right, planetary scans detect signals from sensor pods left on the planet's surface. These pods may contain valuable data. Warning, surface temperatures are extremely low. Advise keeping hammerhead exposure to the cold at an absolute minimum.
Probe launched. Launching probe.
Sometimes planets are fun to scan. This one is not one of those times.
Launching probe.
Why are you like this, Latesh?
Probe launched.
All right, so the real question we have to answer, and I'm leaning towards yes,
Probe away.
is should we just get Overlord over with while we're here?
Probe launched.
And I think we should.
Probe away.
Garrus, Morden, go. Overlord is the problematic DLC, yes.
Warning. Prolonged exposure to extreme temperatures may degrade engine performance. Mission objectives located.
Alright, let's find those nodes.
Atmospheric data acquired. Engine temperature stabilizing. Caution, engine temperature falling.
Okay, but where the hell is the next node? There it is.
Extraction complete.
Two down.
Extraction complete.
Whoops.
Caution, engine temperature falling. Extraction complete.
Who is even the voice
temperature
of
falling.
the hammerhead here?
Extraction complete.
Who installed this computer voice?
Extraction complete.
Oh, the hammerhead VA is Brian Bloom, hey? Interesting. Uh-oh.
Extraction complete.
Okay, 3 nodes remain.
Extraction complete. Warning. Engine temperature below recommended parameters.
Uh-oh.
Extraction complete. Caution. Engine temperature falling.
Okay, 1 node remains. Where is it?
Warning. Engine temperature below recommended parameters. Extraction complete.
That should do it.
Hooray! Well, that wasn't so bad. All right, we'll save that. And I need to go... Wait, no, I haven't finished scanning this system. Tragestis. Tragestis is a gas giant named for the first Solarian astronomer to predict planets' occurrences mathematically rather than through direct observation. It has a faint ring system and 3 moons, Sidacha, Norum, and Bestia. High-altitude clouds can be seen casting shadows on Tragestis' lower atmosphere, where the concentrations of methane and ammonia give it an azure color. The planet is believed to be an extrasolar capture.
Probe away.
All right. I will remind you, chat, that scanning is AMA time,
Launching
although it
probe.
just sounds like you don't have a lot of questions this evening.
Probe away.
We're out of questions because of all the scanning. I know.
Probe away.
All right, we got a handful of questions. Zafty asks, "Will I ever be a mod?" Night Valiant asks, "What do you think of weapon durability?" And Zafty, I can't answer that question. It's possible one day.
Launching probe.
I'm not feeling an urgent need for mods right now, but possibly one day. Tonight Valiant, I think weapon durability, it varies on the game. I think it's an integral part of the Breath of the Wild experience, and so it is like, I certainly don't think they should remove it from future Breath of the Wild games. It is
Launching probe.
so critical to the way gameplay flows and combat flows in Breath of the Wild that it would fundamentally change what Breath of the Wild is to remove it. Twilight Spark asks, "What is your day job actually?" I am a producer on a video game.
Launching probe.
A AAA video game that you have heard of that was shown at E3 this week. Headroach says, "So you think Breath of the Wild is fundamentally bad?" No, I think Breath of the Wild is fundamentally a great game.
Launching
And I think
probe.
they use weapon durability to exceptional effect in that game to vary up the flow and nature of combat. It is one of the best designed games I've ever played. All right, Ghost of Jeff Goldblum has a good question. What does a producer on a game do? Your job has sounded kind of similar to project management when you've described it in the past. So, the answer to that question is it varies by company. A producer is not really a standardized job title in the industry. So, depending on the company that you work for, you will have that job title mean different things. The standard answer is that a producer is basically a project manager. The role of a producer in a game project is typically one, like, we think of it as in movies, you think of them as the money people. That's not really how the role works in game dev. I have to read a planet description, but I'll come back to this answer in a second. Ponos. Ponos is a typical hydrogen-helium gas giant. Its once vital helium-3 refining machinery in orbit around the planet was destroyed in one of Ait's many wars, and Ait's extraplanetary trade suffered severely as a result. The dictators of Ait are not pleased with this situation, but they consider it a bad strategic move to be the first to start work on a refinery before eliminating any chance of other nations or planets seizing it.
Probe away.
So, going back to it, a producer is typically typically a project management role, but it's a project management role that sort of combines with a line management role. So, in my current job, I sort of split the difference between doing project management work and team coordination and work assignments and things like that, and day-to-day line management of individuals on the team.
Probe away.
But the way I describe production, like when I'm in a job interview and somebody's like, "What does being a producer mean to you?" And the answer is that a producer works in trifectas, basically. Like the job takes the form of many different hats, but there are two trifectas that they work in. The primary one being what I have come to describe as the 3 Ps, which those 3 Ps are project, product, and people. And the role of a producer is to,
Launching probe.
in varying degrees that vary from company to company, carry the vision of the product. So
Launching probe.
to have some sort of control or like hand on the tiller of product quality,
Probe away.
feature prioritization, that kind of thing, to make sure that the to make sure that
Probe
the
away.
the game delivers to a very high. Oh, it is personnel. Except personnel is too mechanical. I actually do like prefer like people as the third P. But the product side of it is, owning quality and making sure that you're delivering a product that meets the needs of the customers and meets the project goals and meets a quality bar that you want. The project side is making sure that you're hitting your timelines, that you're scoping correctly, that you've got the right people for the job on the right tasks, breaking down work and decomposing work into smaller bite-sized pieces that teams can take and develop with. And then the people side is making sure that your people are happy and healthy and, working on the things that they find challenging and interesting and are not burning out and are maintaining a work-life balance and are basically, functional units of work, to put it really mechanically again. So the role of a producer is to balance all those things. So you need to make sure that your people are doing well and keep morale high. You need to keep quality high, and you need to make sure that your product is meeting the goals that you want it to. And sometimes you have to keep all those things in balance because they are sometimes counterproductive with each other, right? The typical crunch scenario is where project quality has gone down or product quality is going down or project timelines are not being met, and so you drop all consideration of people and just work them to death to meet those other things. That's bad. You shouldn't do that. You shouldn't want to or have to do that. But that's sort of what happens, and that's why crunch occurs. So that's the primary trifecta. And then sort of related to that is the common production trifecta, which you've probably heard, which is quick, cheap, good. Choose two. and keeping those, that's the classic production trifecta, is trying to figure out which two, right? But my view of production is primarily the first trifecta, trying to figure out how to own, because it's not a choice, it's a balance. It is maintaining ownership and shepherding forward each of the three pillars that produce a successful project. Admiral Memo, thank you very much for tuning in. Thank you for the raid. Welcome, raiders. Hopefully Mass Effect was fun. All right, Moros. Moros is a small rock planet with a thin nitrogen and carbon monoxide atmosphere. Each city-state of Ite claims the rights to exploit the planet for its heavy metal deposits. Individual city-state governments maintain 3 small habitats on Moros, as far away from one another as possible. Nevertheless, the planet's wars have extended here, and the habitats infrequently send commando teams to assault each other in small unit actions. Travel advisory. The inhabitants of Moros have set large numbers of anti-personnel and anti-vehicular mines at common choke points across the planet. Records of the mines' locations are extremely unreliable. Civilian travel is not advised.
Launching probe.
I'm sure the cities won't mind if we mine these planets, yeah. Anyhow, if you want to ask game production questions, I can probably answer them for you. The answers won't be well rehearsed, but I can probably answer them for you.
Probe away. Probe launched.
Just nothing about the specific game I work on. Yeah, that's right.
Launching probe.
How is game formed? Well, you see, when an executive producer and a creative director love each other very much,
Probe launched.
alternatively hate each other's guts and don't get along. That also happens sometimes. Ghost of Jeff Goldblum asks, how many producers are typical as a percentage of workforce? My wife was once a project manager for years, and they were about 10 or 15% of the office. The answer is probably about 10 or 15%. It depends on how, like, top-heavy the organization is. But I would say 10 to 15% is probably about right.
Probe.
The average cross-functional team... So, now we get it, like, deep into agile methodologies. Not that AAA game development is very agile. But agile methodologies state that the largest a cross-functional team can really be and still be agile is about 9 individuals. And that, like, for a Scrum team to function, generally you want, like, 1 product owner and 1 Scrum Master for that team. Sometimes the product owner and the Scrum Master in a cross-functional team is the same person. Generally, that's bad. You don't really want that. But also known as a 2-pizza team. I actually haven't heard that before, but that's great. Anyhow, typically you'll have 1 producer to a cross-functional team of, 8 to 12 people. Except, depending on how much production a team needs, that 1 producer that's on that strike team may not be solely assigned to that strike team. So in my current role, I oversee 6 teams, I think. Like, I don't think I can actually, like... I don't think I can calculate a number, because I'm split across 6 teams, but I also have production support on all of those teams. So, like, I'm not the only producer assigned to those teams, just by nature of the way our organization works. In my previous role, I was the sole producer on the project, and it was about a 40-person team, and I was the only person in a production role, and I was a full-time producer for that entire team. I was functionally, like, project director on that team, and so, like, in that case, our production overhead was very low. Hello, Erica. Welcome. And how are you? How is Minecraft this evening? Question, have you found yourself enjoying games differently after working in the industry? Noticing or getting annoyed at things that I never noticed before? Not really. Not really. Like, yes and no. I actually tend to find that I get more critical of media the more time I spend with the media, not necessarily, like, I don't know, my job is so organizational and, like, managerial that I'm not, like, deep in the technical side of things. I'm sometimes making quality decisions or that kind of thing, but not, and prioritization decisions. I would say that my ability to talk about games and, like, to understand the choices that drive how certain, like, things get implemented in games is more educated. Right? Like, I have a better idea of the compromises and decisions that go into producing a game. And so when a game comes out and people are, like, hypercritical of an aspect of the game, I usually can at least make an educated guess at why those decisions were made, so I tend to be a lot more forgiving as a result of that. Balthazar Wiseman says, well, I'm going to get to Balthazar Wiseman in a second. Let's read this planet. So, a so-called hot Neptune planet, Echidna, rapidly orbits the star Typhon at a nose-to-nose distance, much like a Pegasid or hot Jupiter. Also, like the Pegasids, it is believed to have formed further out and gradually migrated to its present position. Its core is higher in rock content than Sol's Neptune, the consequence of attracting asteroids and other debris as it journeyed through the solar system. Okay, so Balthazar Wiseman says, I kind of have a question. What, in concept, does a project manager do? And so the answer to that question is that a project manager, broadly speaking,
Probe launched.
is responsible for overseeing the scope and timeline of a project. And it is a project manager is basically responsible for the trifecta of good, quick, cheap, pick two. But the good part is, like, for a project manager, the good part is probably the least important of those two. The quick and cheap are the axes, like time and cost are the axes that a project, like a strict project manager, is probably most concerned with. And so that includes, or the scope of that role sort of includes, like, could include requirements gathering, staffing needs, budgetary needs, project timeline, the priority of features that get worked on, the order those features get worked on, splitting development into parallel development streams and managing the dependencies between those streams to make sure that teams get things when they need them so that they can continue to work, and making sure that everybody on the project is tasked out so that you're not burning time or money by having people working inefficiently. That's like the gist of what project management is. It is the person who is responsible for the execution of a project.
Probe away.
If that makes sense.
Probe away.
Producer is sort of the creative version of that, and thus has a little more, like, the weighting of the various concerns is a little different.
Launching probe.
Ghost of Jeff Goldblum says, how did you get into this job as a role? People always talk about wanting to be developers or designers, so I'm wondering what the career pipeline looks like for a producer. The answer to that is I got a master's degree in digital media. And part of that program involved interning at a digital media company, and the internship that I got was at a game development company as an intern producer, because I'm non-technical. So I had to get a role that was non-technical, but that understood, like, collaborative development practices and technical development practices. And so I ended up interning at a mobile games company, and that just went from intern to assistant to associate to producer. And I just sort of climbed that career ladder. Typically, producers come from QA roles. It's not uncommon for producers, if you enter through... I mean, it's not uncommon for a lot of developers to come from QA roles, designers as well. But it's a fairly frequent story that you'll get somebody who will come into a QA role, then become like a lead QA and be put in a position where they're managing a QA team, and then they move from there into managing project teams as a whole. Am I going to stream my game? Maybe one day. My suspicion is that I will only stream my game if I no longer work at that company. I don't think it's likely that I will stream my game while I'm still employed. What else have we got? I should probably go to the planet that has my mission on it, but what else have we got? Samwong says, at a guess, how many future Call of Duty games have there been at least one pre-production or design meeting about? How many future Call of Duty games? I don't even know how many companies are working on Call of Duty games right now. And independently, I have no idea. There's 4 primary development studios that work on the Call of Duty franchise. There's Infinity Ward, Treyarch, Raven. Is Raven still around? Are they still doing that? There's Sledgehammer. Raven's a support. I think there's still just the 3 studios. Sledgehammer, Treyarch, and Infinity Ward are like the lead developers on each. My guess is that each of those companies has had at least one meeting to this point, somewhere in the company, about a project that hasn't been announced. About at least one Call of Duty game that hasn't been announced yet. So my guess is that there are 3 in the pipeline behind the 3 that are like currently, or behind the ones that are currently being made. If I had to guess. Prof. Membrane says, so exclusionary that the industry depends on internship. What if you can't go without pay for a year? Where I live, unpaid internships are illegal. So that's not quite true. An unpaid internship is technically legal if it is for course credit as part of an accredited degree program. Mine was a work practicum, so it was a paid internship. I was in student housing at the time, so my housing was cheap, which was nice, but it didn't pay a ton. But it paid above the poverty line. Zandai says, the secret to becoming a producer is escaping college having acquired no practical skills, which is basically true. All my skills are soft skills. I don't have any technical skills. I have skills in terms of organization, like organizational skills. But my skills are mostly interpersonal soft skills at this point. Chat has gotten way ahead of me. 3 studios helm Call of Duty games. Okay, I was right. Am I excited for the new Loki? I am, and I will watch it. Do I have cybersecurity members on my team? There are cybersecurity members in the company. I can't comment on the composition of individual teams. All right, let's do this mission. I'm gonna give a warning. Again, there's a content warning here. This is the problematic DLC for Mass Effect, and we are going to do it and get it out of the way. But I am given to understand that the most charitable reading of this DLC experience is that it treats autism in a very clunky and, at least from a modern eye, insensitive way. So be warned. This is the content here. I have never played through this, so I don't really know what to expect. I've read one description of it. It sounds pretty bad, but it's not good. It is, I am putting a blanket content warning on this. It is very, very bad, according to Owl-Eyed Man. So I guess we'll see. I literally have no idea what I'm walking into here. Alright, so Ite is an Earth-like world with a variety of habitable land ranging from deserts to jungles to tundra. It also possesses faint rings, an unusual feature for a non-giant planet. The rings contain rocks up to 1 meter in length and a wide dust cloud that stretches nearly 23,000 kilometers from the center of the planet. This impressive celestial phenomenon, however, is dwarfed by the fact that Ite's largest moon Lite is in an unstable orbit and is predicted to impact the planet within the next 2 centuries. Knowing that any Itian venture is living on borrowed time, colonial population and investment has been orders of magnitude less than other garden worlds. Not have the tech to stop the moon from crashing into it? You know, that's a good question, considering we've already had a mission in Mass Effect where they had taken an asteroid and directed it at Earth.
Dr. Gavin Archer. The situation is urgent. We're facing a catastrophic VI breakout. I'll explain the details later, but you must retract that transmission dish. The controls aren't far from your position. You have to hurry.
Okay. Let's run immediately in the wrong direction. Hey, Palladium. My immediately running in the wrong direction paid off. So I can't go through this door. But that looks promising as a thing that I need to interact with. As Anti says, it's weird how consistently running in the wrong direction pays off in video games. It's a well-trained skill at this point.
This is a secure facility. All weapons must be declared upon entry and checked.
Over here, on the monitor.
Hi there.
There you are. I've locked myself in a computer room on the far side of the base. There are Geth on the loose. A rogue VI program has seized control, and I've lost a lot of friends today. I'd hate to see you join them. Please, watch yourself.
Be advised, this is a secure facility. All weapons must be declared upon entry and checked with security personnel on duty.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to check my weapons.
Be advised, this is a secure facility. All weapons must be declared upon entry and checked with security personnel on duty.
Okay, I cannot go through there, but there is a window I can explode.
Be advised, this is a secure facility. All weapons must be declared upon entry and checked with security personnel on duty.
All right, Archer's log.
Status report. Please inform the elusive man that we've made great strides in our research. His doubts about the lack of progress are unwarranted. A demonstration is forthcoming.
But a demonstration of what? Hey, I stole money from Cerberus. Sorry, I recovered money from Cerberus. All right, what do we got in this room? Control panel. Archer's log.
Memo to all project personnel. I understand there's some concern about handling live Geth. I agree it's a risk, but the potential reward is far greater. Someday your sons and daughters will thank you.
All right. The transmitter has come down.
Damn it. The VI's overridden the controls. We have to stop him. He's trying to upload his program off-planet. Destroy the antenna inside the dish. There's a tram on the lower level. Get to it as fast as you can.
Sure. Okay, now this door is open. Hey, a PDA.
Security update. Get
It's
activity
just got
has been
credits on it.
detected. Please remain at your workstations until the all clear is given. Welcome. Today's lunch special is filet egg salad.
Egg salad.
Heavy fire imminent.
Gap! I should probably have the disruptor ammo on. The sound design of these Geth is real unpleasant. Are you quite done? Alright, QQ.
Heavy fire imminent. Automatic targeting.
Alright, cool. Done. Success. What have we got littered around the room? Let's explore. Okay, there's a logbook. A wall safe.
Memo to all project personnel. Congratulations on your hard work. Tomorrow we make the next leap forward. It'll be a great day for Cerberus and an even greater day for humanity.
I don't believe you. Cafe register. Steal more money. And still more money by converting Metagel into credits. There are a surprising number of exits from this room. But I gathered this is the correct one. Alright, that music cue isn't at all concerning. The gradually slowing music cue is definitely not at all concerning. Tram!
Damn it all. He's aligning the dish to a new upload target. He'll have a clear line of sight to our satellite. This is gonna be tight.
P. Johnson says, does Cerberus have any projects that don't end with most of the staff dying from things going horribly wrong? Izandai says bringing Shepard back to life, technically, but they all died. That entire space station ended up dead. Except for me and Miranda.
Attention. Satellite broadcast window is opening soon. All upload data must be approved by your department supervisor.
Oh yeah, Jacob was there too.
Trouble ahead.
Ooh. Oh! Okay. Run the wrong way first, as always. Wait, no, this might be the right way.
Attention. Satellite broadcast window is opening soon. All upload data must be approved by your department supervisor.
This is Project Overlord with an emergency message to Cerberus Command. We've experienced a catastrophic security failure and are requesting assistance. What do you mean our outgoing comms are jammed? How can it do that?
Well. Izandai says, certainly not an ideal... Matt, give me a buzzword for when a project ships, or when a project finishes, and the answer is ships. How many of my projects ends with everyone dead?
Attention.
So, about that...
Is opening soon. All upload data must be approved by your department supervisor.
Ow! Ow! Why?
Fire in the hole!
Why is this door not unlocked yet? Oh, because I have to bypass it. Alright, that's Tootsie Roll to Tootsie Roll.
Attention. Satellite broadcast window is opening
Where's
soon.
Big Gulp?
Upload data must be approved
Big Gulp
by your
to
department
Big Gulp.
supervisor.
Ice cream to ice cream. There we go. So my about that was in relation to one of the major projects I was on. The last project I was on at Roadhouse Interactive was kind of a disaster. Like, no, not gonna lie, it was kind of a disaster. Everything went wrong. And one of our key project stakeholders was like very difficult to get buy-in out of, and like prone to changing his mind frequently, and we couldn't get a firm release date locked down from our executive team around when they like wanted the project to ship. And there were a bunch of other things that were wrong with it. The scope that we bit off was much too large for the amount of time that we had to develop the project, but we couldn't get clearance to reduce scope beyond a certain point because the executive team just didn't believe that the game could be successful on a smaller scope, and that they didn't think it would reach their goals for the project. And so we were just constantly delaying the project and falling behind and trying to make up time and not succeeding at making up time. It was a disaster. Anyhow, after like moving heaven and earth to get this game into a shippable state, we did finally get it into something resembling a shippable state. It was like it was not the project we had hoped it would be, but it was like something we could conceivably release and start generating revenue off of. It was like the minimum viable release candidate. And so we released it, and 1 week later the company went bankrupt and everybody lost their jobs. The entire company got laid off. So that's sort of as close as I get to the like a project going well, like succeeding and everybody dying. Was like we managed to get it out the door, and literally a week later the company went bankrupt. And notably,
You need to destroy the
our project was not the only project in the studio. There were the studio had 10 game projects going. So ours was not the only project going. The what we didn't know, because the executive team hadn't let everybody know about this, was that the reason our original timeline was so tight was because the executive team needed to get the game out by the initial launch date in order to secure the financial future of the company, but didn't actually tell us that. And their financial requirements for the game were so high that they wouldn't release it until it did the things that they thought it needed to, which is why they kept pushing the date back, and they just kept trying to seek more runway to get the game out. And when we did finally release it, they had used up all the runway, and the company went bankrupt, and everybody got fired.
Heavy weapons.
I maybe shouldn't have been standing so close to that capacitor when I blew it.
Structural integrity of dish has been compromised.
The terminology is let go. We were all laid off. Tacitus Vigil says you all got paid though, right? So yes and no. Yes and no. So the answer to you all got paid though is the company did pay out our paychecks through the next pay period. And they left they left our extended health insurance active for till the end of that month. So that to that extent we did get paid. However, there are laws in BC around how much severance you are owed when you are laid off. And based on my tenure with the company, I was owed a 5-figure amount of severance. Chat, that didn't happen.
Kidding. Move! The whole thing's giving way!
So the thing is that technically,
What the hell's going on around here?
I'm gonna have to pause to be able to finish the story.
Reach exceeding his grasp. Come on, I'll explain.
Well, we sure made a hash out of that, didn't we? All right, so to answer the question, when a company goes bankrupt, then yes, technically they do still owe severance to all their employees. However, when a company goes bankrupt, the people to which a company owes money are divided into 2 classes. And the 2 classes are secured creditors and unsecured creditors. And a secured creditor is somebody who is guaranteed to get their money back if the company folds, to the extent that the company is up to the point where the company literally has no money left. And unsecured creditors are people who are owed money by the company in a way that doesn't guarantee them payment from the sale of the assets of the company. So that's the difference. A secured creditor is guaranteed to get to get a portion of the asset value of the company when the company is sold off. And an unsecured creditor is not guaranteed to get a share. And so, yeah, chat's already way ahead of me, which is workers are not secured creditors to their company. Yeah, the punchline is that I have preferred stock is secured, but my life is at stake doesn't. So they owed me a huge amount of severance. I never saw a cent because the asset value of the company was less than the amount of debt the company was carrying just from their secured creditors. So they sold off the company, they auctioned off all the company's assets, and that money was divided among the secured creditors, and I never saw a cent of it. And then because I live in socialist utopia of Canada, there's a government program to help mitigate this, right? Where it's, I don't remember exactly what it's called, but it's like the Wage Protection Program. The Wage Earners Protection Program is what it's called in BC. And the idea is that if you are laid off and your company can't pay you severance, the government pays a severance value at they're supposed to cover your severance so that you don't end up, it's not unemployment. It's different from unemployment. It's literally a lump sum payment that is like you submit to the Wage Earners Protection Program the amount of money that you are owed in severance based on calculating it, and they are supposed to pay you the severance from the government because your company can't afford to do that. Except that it's hard capped at $1,500. So I got $1,500. I got less than 10%. Less than 10% of the amount I was owed by the company through the Wage Earners Protection Program. So it's like I got a bit of money, which was like appreciated. Sandwich says, "Well, that's 2 weeks' rent." That was just at the time. That was just a hair better than my entire month's rent. It was one rent check, basically. So I was lucky. I was in a financial position at the time that I was not put in a hard up position, and I only remained unemployed for like 6 weeks, I think, before I landed a new job. But but man, I'm still salty about it.
You have my thanks, Commander Shepard. You bought us some time, though probably not much. This isn't over yet.
All right, let's get through this cutscene and hope this DLC is over. All right, so who were you
Who did you
again?
say you were?
Dr. Gavin Archer, chief scientist at this facility, and probably the only one left.
You owe us that explanation.
This is Project Overlord, an attempt to gain influence over the Geth by interfacing a human mind with a VI. The results have been less than satisfactory.
I'd hate to see what you call a disaster.
You can't dismiss the entire project. We did succeed, at least partially.
Well, I don't know. I feel like I could probably dismiss this entire project.
Test subject, but his mind couldn't handle the VI connection. He's like a virus now, infecting our networks and seizing control of any technology he finds. It's why you had to destroy the dish. Imagine if his program got off-world.
How does he take control of electronics?
This is a hybrid intelligence the likes of which I've never seen. I don't know where the man ends and the machine begins.
What's the worst case scenario?
A technological apocalypse. Every machine, every weapon, every computer could be turned against us. If he hit the extranet, who knows where it would end?
And you didn't take
You should have
precautions?
considered that before you started the experiment.
We couldn't be expected to account for every outcome. Certainly not the abomination David has become. David... The VI has fortified itself in the main laboratory at Atlas Station. It's in lockdown now. To enter, you need to manually override security from our facilities in the Prometheus and Vulcan stations.
So, D-Warrior says, so at the time the company folded, would the severance have been enough for a house down payment? And the answer is, in any city other than Vancouver, maybe.
How does the lockdown work?
It's a fail-safe procedure in the event of an emergency. Normally, all 3 project leads have to agree to cancel the lockdown. I'm the only one left now. I can give my authorization, but you'll have to manually reset the other two yourself.
And what happens if I have to kill your brother?
Let's just hope it doesn't come to that.
Tell me about Vulcan and Prometheus stations.
Vulcan Station is our geothermal plant. It generates power for the 4 outposts. Prometheus Station is a crashed Geth ship full of dormant machines. We use them for our experiments.
I'm puzzling over the names of those stations.
What happens on this station?
This is Hermes Station, our communications uplink with the wider galaxy. If you hadn't destroyed the dish in time, the outcome would have been catastrophic.
What went wrong with the experiment?
David volunteered to interface with the VI to give it genuine consciousness. Theoretically, it should have been safe, but with artificial intelligence, there's no such thing as safe.
Project
Tell me
Overlord.
more about Project Overlord.
We wanted to turn the Geth's religious impulse into a weapon.
Wait,
When we
the
saw
Geth
them
have a
following
religious
Sarah,
impulse?
We realized they could be swayed. And if a proper figurehead was created, a virus with a face, if you will, the Geth might be controlled.
That's an ambitious undertaking.
It would be the perfect weapon.
Oh, that's
Victory
right.
without
The Geth
casualties.
worshipped Sovereign. You're
we
right.
could avoid war with the Geth altogether.
I forgot about
That
that.
was the plan, anyway.
What can you tell me about Atlas Station?
Atlas Station is the main laboratory where all of our VI experiments take place. It's your final goal once you've overridden the lockdown. It's also where my brother became something else.
I'm heading out now.
The other stations are all within driving distance. Best of luck, Commander.
Within driving distance. All right. I guess we're hopping aboard the Hammerhead. Leave. Make like a tree and get out of here.
Stations and override the lockdown from each facility. Doesn't matter which one you hit first, but you can't enter Atlas Station until you've dealt with both. Also, keep an eye out for Cerberus security mechs. The VI has likely taken control of them. Archer
Oh,
out.
that looks like a cavern. Crevasse. Whee! All right, well, at least flying the Hammerhead is fun. Whee! Oh.
An emergency Cerberus data packet has been recovered. It contains information on Project Overlord that other research cells need to review. Be alert
Oh,
for
no.
more packets in the area. 5 more remain.
I have to find the packets. Wait, is my entire team on the Hammerhead? How does that work? Bodied.
Commander, this is Archer.
Wait, what?
I advise extreme caution. Vulcan Station is our geothermal plant. They stopped reporting in shortly after the experiment.
Scanning area. Analysis. VI infection is present within plant machinery. Advise caution.
Why did I even have to pick a team if we didn't get out of the Hammerhead? That's weird.
Scanning area. Analysis. Vending
Whee!
stations provide adequate velocity to enhance vehicle lift.
Okay. Oh, that's just mean. God, what a terrible noise. Oh, that wasn't even the information. What?
Scanning area. Analysis.
Oh, no.
Debris field provides adequate support for vehicle.
Oh, dear. Oh, no. Okay, so there wasn't a thing over there.
Thruster velocity is inadequate to clear the wall ahead.
Okay, there's an off... Oh, do they want me to get out? They do. Hello, door.
Automated controls are offline.
Is it safe to not have your helmet on, Shepard? You're awfully close to a lava flow. No. Bad robot.
Warning.
Engineer's log. We've registered a huge spike in energy consumption. My technicians traced it to the experiment underway at Atlas Station. We're trying to raise them now.
Warning.
I suspect they did not succeed.
A3 have exceeded maximum
What's out here
threshold.
on this patio?
Manual control is required.
Nothing. Why do we even have this patio? Big gulp to big gulp. Tootsie roll to Tootsie roll. Ice cream to ice cream. Bookend to bookend.
Venting outflow successful.
Yay! Venting outflow. VI didn't like that. All right, let's get this party started here. Vroom. Ah! No, bad turret. Oh God. Uh-oh. My ship's on fire. God, that sound is awful. Couldn't they have made it like a nice, pleasant tone? Oh, no, 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 no!
Initiating emergency reset.
No, why? I'm fine. Oh, God. Made it. Whoops. Oh, Jesus. Oh, holy God. Oh, no. Awkward. What? I'm all the way back here. Now that's just uncalled for. Twilight Spark says, I can't get it out of my head that this thing is a flying video card. And you know what? It took me a second, but now I see it. So thanks for ruining the Hammerhead for me. This is really bad. Oh God. Oh Jesus. Whee! Whee! Oh God, why did I do that? Why did I run right towards it? That was the opposite of what I wanted to do. God, I take a horrific amount of damage real quick. Considering those things weren't even shooting at me yet. Oh, balls. All right, got there. Okay, where is my next objective? Ah, right there. I see. And presumably we need to go up the lava flow. Zoop! Alright, I made it. Hammerhead's in remarkably good shape for a ship that just, you know, blew up multiple times.
Warning. Pressure levels in valve D4 have exceeded maximum pressure.
The VI hates everything I do. It just gets cranky at me every time I do anything. Bypass. Alright, big gulp, big gulp. Ice cream, ice cream. Bookend, bookend, Tootsie Roll, Tootsie Roll. Oh, a data pad. Ah! Med kit.
Careful.
Oh, well. That would have been easy. Please no.
Here, enjoy.
Never saw me coming.
All right. I like it when they just blow up and I don't do anything to them. J-Lob says, so this mission doesn't scale with your character's level, does it? It doesn't look like it. Do any Mass Effect missions scale with your character level? Is that a thing? How do I proceed? How do I proceed? Hello, game. I wish to exit. Ah. The path that didn't look like a path. Gary has overload. So, So that's probably what's causing them to pop. It's not hack, it's overload. I don't know, this looks an awful lot like the way I'm supposed to go. And perhaps I don't want to go that way. Perhaps I want to go the way that I'm not supposed to go. Research log.
SOS from Atlas Station. Archer has declared
declared a project emergency. We're trying to shut down the power generators to starve the VI, but it's already hacked our automated systems. I'm ordering my people to sabotage the plant any way they can.
Ah! Why must you be so angry? I mean, I know why, but why must you be so angry? It's just a really deeply unpleasant sound. Whoever was responsible for the sound design on this game did an absolutely fabulous job of making these robots sound like a rusty rake scraping across your eardrums. It's like the anti-ASMR. Hello, computer. ASMRG? Yeah, that's very good. Laron, I should pay you to write for me. You can just DM me every joke. Highly effective robot. It clearly surrendered! It clearly surrendered! It's just running around terrified now.
I hear you, Doctor. We've hit the override at Vulcan Station and are moving on.
What the hell, Garrus?
Shepard out.
I specifically didn't take the Renegade interrupt to do that myself, and then Garrus did it anyway. If that was supposed to be funny, it wasn't really.
Commander, that was a daring piece of work. Vulcan Station was a success. You still need to go to Prometheus Station and override the lockdown from there. Good luck.
Oh, also, Prof. Membrane, thank you for the bits cheer. I missed that a ways back. And the N7 also thank you for the bits cheer.
Analysis. Defenseless herbivores are no match for guided missiles.
Thanks for the analysis. I was kind of hoping those space cows would gib like they did in Cruisin' California or Cruisin' USA when you ran them over. But alas, the cows did not gib.
Geographic conditions indicate an aesthetically pleasing view nearby. Organic life forms may wish to take note.
An aesthetically pleasing view nearby, hey?
Threat detection. Enemy units nearby.
Oh. Oh dear. Are they dead?
Another Cerberus data packet has been recovered. 4 more remain.
Behold the backside of water. I see you too have gone on the jungle cruise, Azure Heights. So that's where I came from originally.
Hostile activity detected.
Stop, balls. Crap. Well, the timeline's been reset and the cows survived.
Commander, that was a daring piece of work. Vulcan Station was a success. You still need to go to Prometheus Station and override the lockdown from there. Good luck.
Threat detection. Enemy units nearby.
Oh God, why?
Geographic conditions indicate an aesthetically pleasing view nearby. Organic life forms may wish to take note. Another Cerberus data packet has been recovered. 4 more remain.
Would inorganic life forms not appreciate a scenic view? Now I'm pondering the nature of existence in this universe.
Hostile activity detected.
Alright, take that, Cerberus turrets. Keeping me from my sweet loot? I don't think so.
Another Cerberus data packet has been recovered. 3 more remain.
Geth don't have eyes? They have an optical sensor of some kind. Surely. Alright, I'm deeply concerned that I've missed a data packet. Like this one.
Another Cerberus data packet has been recovered. 2 more remain.
What was the aesthetically pleasing view that it thought I should take note of? There's probably a Cerberus data packet there, if I had to guess.
Threat detection. Enemy units nearby.
Ah, crap. the second turret? We've had one turret, yes, but what about second turret? Haha!
Another Cerberus data packet has been recovered. One more remains.
Okay. Safe bet the last remaining data packet is on the way to my destination, so let's go. Whee! Oh, here I am at Prometheus Station. Whoops! Well, I guess I triggered the next event. Hopefully it gives me the opportunity to try and find that last one again. Yeah, somehow there's a bug that if you get 5 of 6 Cerberus data packets in the Overlord DLC, then you start with 0 galactic resources in Mass Effect 3.
Commander Shepard, Prometheus Station is a crashed Geth ship full of dormant machines used in our experiment. Our people...
Whoa. Oops. See. All right then. Uh-oh. Oh, it didn't like that.
Analysis. Generators are providing power for main shield. Warning, the VI infection has assumed control of the Geth cannon.
Oh dear. What? What?
Shepard, Prometheus Station is a crashed Geth ship full of dormant machines used in our experiment.
I'm scanning area. Analysis. Generators are providing power for main shield. Warning, the VI infection has assumed control of the Geth cannon. Warning, we are being targeted.
Huh.
Commander Shepard, Prometheus Station is a crashed Geth ship full of dormant machines used in our experiment. Our people there have gone silent.
Red circle,
It's like
bad
the VI's
indeed.
activated the defense shields to...
Scanning area. Analysis. Generators are providing power for main shield. Warning, the VI infection has assumed control of the Geth cannon. Warning, we are being targeted. Warning, Geth cannon is locking on our location.
Oh, I get it. I see how it works. You can't get me.
Recommend evasive maneuvers.
God. Maybe it can get me.
Warning, we are being targeted.
Whee!
Warning, Geth cannon is locking on our location.
Your mother was a pea shooter.
Evasive maneuvers.
Oh God.
Warning, we are being targeted. Shields disabled. You may now target the Geth cannon.
Ah! Except me. Oh. Hey, look, a wall.
That's all of them.
Attention visitors. This server's facility contains hazardous AI technology. You agree
You don't say.
liability for personal injuries or death that may occur during your visit. Thank
Oh
you.
dear. Hi there, Geth friend. Surely you're friendly and not gonna hurt us, right?
Hanging around all these dormant machines is creepy. It's like dead staring at us from the shadows. I'd rather work at Vulcan Station.
Oh, you think it's creepy, do you? You don't say. Don't like that one bit. Not even a little bit. That's just deeply, deeply unsettling.
Flanagan just ran a simulation. If these Geth ever wake up, there's a 98% chance we'll be dead within 2 minutes. I'm starting to hate Flanagan.
Maybe you should get good. The Geth aren't that scary.
Halloween was yesterday. Flanagan ran around wearing spare Geth parts. Spooked the shit out of everyone. Now I definitely hate him.
Dick move, Lanigan. Salvage that lab equipment. Running around in Geth parts sounds fun. It just sounds like fun in games for everybody, right up until the moment that poetic justice takes effect. Morton, how did you get through that door ahead of me?
Everything's off wire. Archer declared a lockdown, but our station's already infected. What does the VI want? It keeps screaming at us. Nobody understands.
Oh, I don't like this room. Don't like this room at all. I mean, truth be told, I don't like any of these rooms. These rooms are all deeply concerning to me in a variety of delightful ways.
Passages and leaving others open. It's like it's hurting us. At least the Geth are still dormant.
Oh, I can shoot the cameras. The VI doesn't like it, but I can do it. Squared On has added the nickname Matt, hater of scary rooms weekends. Listen, I played Alien Isolation on stream. I've been well trained to hate scary rooms.
Personnel. In an effort to reduce workplace stress, music has been approved for station-wide broadcast.
Oh, great. Now you get to listen to Karen's music that she plays at her desk. That music is not less scary.
Area. Analysis. The objective is located on the far side of this impasse.
Okay. What does each button do? The buttons, they do nothing. Cycle floor panel. Oh! I get it. Music is still intensely disconcerting. Okay, I should have a path now. Oh, there's lootables over there. Well then. It sounds like it was a cheery song once. All right, hello, other side of the lab. How are you? Hey, a med kit. I guess you won't be needing that anymore. Hack the laptop. Clap, 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 clap. Ah, heck. Give me the right code fragment, please. I want to hack you. It is! It is! It's like Vaporwave Portal. You're right. It is Portal meets an early 2000s shopping mall. Although I would go much more like abandoned 1980s shopping mall. I like the separate space just clips into place there. Ah, crap.
And there's the catch. I knew this was too easy.
Who could have guessed this was gonna happen?
Come on, let's move.
Hostile guest activity detected. Armed response is authorized. Cerberus reminds all personnel that this emergency is now classified information. Disclosure to outside parties is a violation of your confidentiality agreement.
Thanks, announcement.
Guest zones 7 through 14 are now active. Emergency action required.
I love the creepy music is still going. That's just deeply excellent. And it's sped up. To make things even more fun and amusing. Wow! What if not rockets sailing past my head? Just putting that out there. Oh, there's another prime over there. Or whatever it is, a hunter. Look at how incredibly invisible it was! Very effective optical camo. Oops! Oh, I lit myself on fire. That was unfortunate. Hey, there's the door. How does one actually get to the door? Oh, by walking to it, I guess. That makes sense, I suppose. Hi, camera. Hi. No!
Yes!
Thanks, Karis, for undermining me.
Never saw me coming. That's one.
Ah! It was impeccable timing from Garrus there. It was almost like he heard me. Somebody clip that. I guess technically I could have clipped it, but I didn't, so you have to clip it now.
Warning. Get neural activity increasing. Please isolate machines immediately.
I feel like my gun might be a little overpowered.
Warning. Get nodes 20 through 35 are now active. Emergency action required.
Oh, I'm sorry. Were you supposed to be frightening at all? Okay, the rockets, though. Those I'm not keen on. Ball balls! Uh-oh. Go to sleep, please. Did I get them all? The pistol is more OP, but I'm a little less consistent with it. All right, out the door. Successfully issued override command. So, we have one more doohickey left to find. But I don't know where to find the doohickey. Other than it's apparently somewhat out of my way.
Commander, you've done it. The lockdown has been cancelled. You can now breach Atlas Station and end this nightmare. You'll need to find the main server room there to shut down the VI experiment. Good luck.
It's like around back. What? Around back? What does that even mean?
Geographic conditions indicate an aesthetically pleasing view nearby. Organic life forms may wish to take note. Analysis. Defenseless herbivores are no match for guided missiles.
I feel a little bad about that. Not a lot bad, just a little bad. Dog of Myth, yes. If you know where this thing is, I will accept that hint. I don't think I've been over this way yet. Oh, I need to go back down there. Whoops.
Initiating emergency reset.
Awkward. Alright, so the two mechs were down here.
Initiating
Oh, it didn't
emergency
like
reset.
that. The two mechs were down here. There are two mountains with a gap between them. Nothing over here.
Scans indicate VI infection is present in nearby turrets.
I'll give a little look this way just in case it's like over by Atlas Station, because it could be. Elspeth says, I think you just passed it. I just passed it? Really? I've already been to this one. Oh, there they are. All right, I see it. slow up. There we go.
Another Cerberus data packet has been recovered. All data packets have been recovered.
Heck yeah! Optional objective of side quest complete. Wait, I'm going the wrong way. Everything's fine. How do we get to Atlas Station? There we go. I'm flying this thing like the Mako now. Garrus, Morden, let's go. Oh, delightful. What a great thing to walk in on. Fly in on. See, Shepard's just as good at flying this thing as I am.
Looks like you're in, Commander. Good. I'm getting some troubling readings here, though. The VI is trying to upload its program directly from your location. Get to the server room and shut down the core before it can... Tabari? Archer log 155.2. For years, my brother's condition has been a handicap. That changed today. His autistic mind is the breakthrough I've been looking for. He can communicate with the Geth. Such a tremendous grasp of mathematics. It seems serendipity is alive and well in the 22nd century.
Yeah, why does the vending machine have that recording built into it? Rude. Extra rude. What if I stand way back here? Nope, didn't work. Well, it was worth a try. Sure, why not?
Log 157.8. Unless he sees results, the elusive man is shutting us down next week. I have no choice. I'm going to tap David directly into the Geth neural network and see if he can influence them. The danger should be negligible. David might even enjoy it.
Right, sure. Archer, you might not be a very good person.
Arriving at level 2.
3D diagnostic console.
Resetting elevator. Resetting elevator. Arriving at level 2.
Aw, what the hell?
Resetting elevator. Arriving at level 3.
Are there any other computers in on this nonsense? Oh, there are. No, there's that one, which is level 3.
Arriving at basement level.
This puzzle is not very clear.
Arriving at level 3. Arriving at level 5.
Okay. And then this one, maybe?
Arriving at level 2. Arriving at level 5. Arriving at level
There
7.
we go. That's not a good sign. Don't mind me. Just blowing the ever-loving hell out of the contents of this elevator. Alright, we're good. It's still good. Just a little airborne. Welcome to the Hollywood Tower of Terror.
Please choose another. Smoke detected. Please extinguish all cigarettes.
Whee!
I'd be lying if I said no harm could come to this. His majestic mind is as alien to me as an alien. I think I plug him in, but I have to try, don't I?
Alright, screw all of those. Hello there,
That's
damaged
interesting.
cat.
Warning. Decelerator offline. Serious injury may occur.
Hack the computer. That one. What? Followed by that one. That one. That one. That was tricky. Open door. Surely nothing horrifying will be in here. Surely nothing horrifying will be in here.
Get ready. Don't be surprised if this button summons a Reaper.
If it's gonna summon a Reaper, why would you press it? That's a terrible idea. The grid. Digital world. The circuits were like freeways. Bits, motorcycles. Ow, ow. What if we both stop? What if we both stop? Can we both stop?
Square root of 906.01 is 30.1. Square root of 912.04 is 30.2.
Time on this project is running out. There are no options left. How to get the guests' attention.
says hello.
Eureka, David. You're a miracle worker.
I'm fairly certain that's not a sound a human can make.
David, I want you to order the Geth to take a step forward. How does he do it? David is a mathematical savant. His autistic mind can interpret the Geth language at its most basic form and mimic their phonetics, with his photographic memory cross-referencing the meaning as a snap. He's literally a human computer.
And you think he can interface with the Geth's neural network?
I do.
Is that even safe, Doctor?
I see no harm in finding out.
No harm! None at all!
Square root of 906.01 is 30.1. Square root of 912.04 is 30.2.
David, can you repeat my notes from Thursday's experiment?
Square root of 918.09 is 30.3.
David, please pay attention.
Loud. It's getting loud in here.
I'm sorry, you didn't deserve that. Would you mind repeating my notes from Thursday's experiment?
Log 137.3. The experiment yielded no discernible patterns of Geth obedience. End dictation now, David. Hell, the elusive man will have my head for this.
Thank you. And how are you feeling today?
Square root of 924.16 is 30.4. Earplugs would be good.
Hey, power cells. Hey, a medkit. You're not actively attacking me, so I don't really want to shoot you. Alright, what wonderful delights have we got in this room? Elevator controls. Power cells, refined palladium. Hardware.
Warning. Elevator exceeds maximum weight capacity.
Okay. Down we go. Hey, DC, take notes. Shepard goes down.
Square root of 912.04 is 30.2.
We're ready. Open a connection to the Geth network. Tell the Geths to stand down! Quiet, please, make it stop!
Node acquired. Normandy SR2 is within range. Attempting to establish upload link.
Wait, what are we trying to upload? I'm helping.
Pull the plug! Tell Vulcan Station to cut all power!
It's too late. We've lost control.
Attempting to establish upload link.
Uh-oh. No. I'm helping again.
David! You have to stop this!
David doesn't want to be here.
Attempting to establish upload link.
Did we break the VI? Yikes.
Quiet. Please, make it stop. Wait! Commander! I'm begging you. Don't do anything rash.
Rash? Like forcing your own brother into an experiment?
I know how this must look, but I never intended any harm to come to him. You must believe me. It's not like I planned this. It was an accident. Seeing Dave
yes.
communicate with the Geth
An accident.
seemed harmless.
An accident.
And before you knew it, you were running your own private hell.
I had no choice. The demands were incredible. The elusive man doesn't broker failure. Any war we fight with the Geth will be bloody. I was asked to find a way to avoid that.
And how many have already died for this project?
More souls than will ever forgive me. But I won't apologize for radical ideas.
No,
If
you
my
should.
work spares 1 million mothers mourning the loss of 1 million sons, my conscience will rest easy.
Look at him. Your brother will never be the same.
The damage may not be permanent. He might recover some semblance of his mind.
Why are we even talking with this dude?
So you'll sacrifice your brother's happiness for your own ambition.
Square root of 906.01 equals 30.1. What I've done to David is unethical.
You don't say.
Guys, it's unforgivable. Let me take care of him. Please. Quiet. Please, make it stop.
I've seen enough of your cruelty to know he'll never be free from it here. I'm taking him away.
No, leave him! He's too valuable!
You even think about coming after your brother and this bullet will be waiting for you. Then we'll see who's valuable.
Where will you take him?
Grissom Academy. They can help special cases like David. Minus the torture. Joker, contact the Academy and let them know we've got someone who needs their help.
Aye, aye, Commander.
The elusive man can fire me if he doesn't like it.
Square root of 912.04 is 30.2. It all seemed harmless. Square root of 912.04 is 30.2. It all seemed harmless. Square root of 912.04 is 30.2. It all seemed harmless.
That was real bad. That was not good at all. That was not good. Thank God that's over with. Do I feel like the game was improved by that? Not even a little bit. All right, the Phoenix massing is now 100% complete. The fish are still alive. The fish are still alive. All right, so what remains? 100%, 100%, 100%, 100%, 100%, 100%, 100%. All right, this whole side of the galaxy, with the exception of Hawking Ida, is at 100%. So that's good. I've heard good things about the Shadow Broker. Everybody says good things about the Shadow Broker. So we have not done Tali yet. And we haven't done Tali yet because all of chat kept telling me to wait and kept telling me to wait and kept telling me to wait, and then I just haven't gotten to it yet.
Commander, you've received a new message at your private terminal.
Hey, new message. Oh, I have a bunch. All right, the Cyanid. Commander Shepard, please accept my sincere appreciation for your efforts in locating the wreckage of the Cyniad. That ship had a storied history with both the migrant fleet and Cerberus, and we are pleased to know that her wreckage can be salvaged by my people. In finding and stabilizing Lieutenant Forzan, you have returned the flotilla one of her newest and most honored heroes. Your efforts in furthering the Quarian search for a new homeworld will be remembered. Good work on recovering the Hammerhead in one piece, Commander. It will prove useful. Also, the data you recovered from the MSV Rosalie's emergency beacon contained significant intel on a few planets that Dr. Case and Dr. Aloy investigated. Edie has added the locations to your galaxy map. We hope that one of them leads you to the Prothean site. Despite Dr. Case's obvious instability, he's proven to be a brilliant and dedicated scientist. If you salvage more of his logs or journals, it would greatly help our efforts. We still don't know how the Geth are trafficking Dr. Case, so be careful. Commander, a very capable team is analyzing the data you gathered from the Geth's research into atmospheric change. We hope it may open up new avenues for terraforming procedures for future colonies. The tech used in the beacons also contains communication innovations that should help us develop better systems to reduce atmospheric noise. There is no evidence of Prothean activity on this planet. That was a close one on Karumto, Shepard. A disturbing fact has come to light in analyzing the channel you used to transmit your findings. Unauthorized transmissions have been sent from the MSV Rosalie to an unknown destination. It's assumed that this is how the Geth are tracking Dr. Case and Aloy. The data you retrieved gives us a definite location for Dr. Case's Prothean site. The Doctor was certain that the site held a Prothean revelation of enormous significance. The burst of energy that coincided with your retrieval of the Prothean artifact contained coded information. Most of the data was beyond our ability to track, but the threads we were able to decrypt have provided new avenues for research on energy transfer and biotics. It will keep the scientists busy for years to come. The data indicates that the artifact is currently inert and not dangerous. We wonder, however, that if Dr. Case had more time, would he have unlocked its secrets? We will continue his research. Shepard, I understand you've taken Dr. Archer's brother to Grissom Academy. I'm familiar with their work. It should be a good home for him. I don't condone Dr. Archer's actions, but they did provide a breakthrough we've been sorely lacking thus far. We'll likely never find another individual with David's unique talents. Though your decision is understandable, it has set our efforts to understand the Geth back several years. Yeah, well, F you, elusive man. I do not care. Enhanced biotic damage. All right. So there was a question as to whether we were saving Tali for after the IFF. I don't think so. Like, I don't actually think I am planning to do that. I've heard that it's I've heard that it's like challenging to coordinate doing that, but I think we'll just do it in the normal order. Okay, so with that said, we're gonna save like so. There we go. And then we're gonna call it a night. So that is it for this evening. Thank you very much for tuning in. Thank you to everybody who subscribes, everybody who follows, everybody who cheers, everybody who chats, and everybody who hangs out and lurks. It is a genuine thrill to stream for you, and I hope you have as much fun watching as I do playing. I will be back tomorrow, same Matt time, same Matt channel, here on twitch.tv/Wiggins. We will be playing more of Mass Effect 2, obviously, and that'll be fun. So you should tune in 6:30 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time here on twitch.tv/Wiggins for more. In the meantime, you can follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/Matt_LRR. You can check out the VODs over on my YouTube channel, which I've linked for you in chat. You can join the Discord if you're a subscriber here by making sure your Discord account and your Twitch account are linked to Discord's backend, where my server will appear to you as if by magic among your linked servers. And of course, I have an Instagram and a letterbox that you can follow as well. And the letterbox even became relevant in conversation this evening. So, you should come join us. All right, that's it. I'm going to fire up a raid. The raid this evening is going to be obvious. We're going to go join Loading Ready Run this evening as Beej continues Betrayal at Krondor. And I'll see you back here tomorrow. Until then, so long, have a great night. Goodbye.